Sammy, your devoted manga otaku, and welcome to my manga space. Today we're gonna do a little shopping. We're gonna do a little shop with me video. I have been saving money for the last 2-3 months now, and I finally have saved up $500. I have been selling all of my kids' old baby clothes and baby stuff, and I told myself that I could use that money towards manga, and it actually has really helped me because I was having a really hard time letting go of those things. But I'm really happy now, and I'm really excited now because now I can use those funds to fund my manga collection. I was not planning on filming this video anytime soon, actually. I thought that I would be filming this video maybe next month, but today I saw that RightStuf was having a sale on manga, and it's a Mother's Day sale. Mother's Day is tomorrow, and it's 30% off. I'm from Canada, and buying manga from RightStuf really does save you a lot of money, even with the exchange rate. The only issue with doing that is you have to spend at least $250 American to get the free shipping. So I was waiting for one of these big sales so that I could just drop a bunch of money on manga all at once so I could take advantage of the free shipping and the great prices. I'm trying to get everything in stock because I want this package to ship fairly quickly, and I've decided that if there's something that I want that isn't in stock, then I will add it to my Indigo list. My Indigo list is going to be in a different tab, and so I'll probably be switching back and forth depending on what is or isn't in stock. I have prepared a wish list. Thank you, past me. This video is super spur of the moment, so I'm so thankful that past me made this list because now I have sort of a base to go on. But yeah, I invite you guys to grab a coffee or other beverage of your choice and let's buy some manga. Okay, let's just dive into this. So I am on the RightStuf website, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the manga that are the most expensive on my list because that's where I'm going to get the most savings. For Mother's Day, I actually received a gift or a couple of gifts, but one of those gifts was volume 1 of A Bride's Story. And I've decided, even though I haven't read that manga yet, I just want to collect them all. So that's what I'm gonna do today. A Bride's Story. So there are 12 volumes of A Bride's Story. I have volume 1. This is by Kaoru Mori. I apologize if I pronounced that incorrectly. This is a historical slice of life drama romance. It's published by Yen Press and it's rated 16+. I don't know a whole lot about this story, but what I do know is that the main protagonist is marrying a boy that I believe is 8 years younger than her, and the manga is about her adapting to her new life and getting to know her new husband because it's an arranged marriage, getting to know her new family. I'm really excited to read this, and I'm going to add them all to my cart except for volume 8, and I'm going to show you why. Volume 8 is actually on sale through Indigo. It's the only volume on sale, which is strange, but that's okay. So I actually get a better deal buying volume 8 through Indigo, and I will be buying the rest through RightStuf. Okay, so I've added all of the Bride Story manga to my cart, and I'm at a subtotal of $127.40 American, plus the $14-ish through Indigo. So that's great, that's awesome. Next is another manga that retails for quite a high price in Canada. I think it retails for $25 Canadian, and that's Life Lessons with Uramichi Onisan. Now I got volume 1 in my mini Mother's Day haul, so I'm going to get volume 2. And just to show you guys how much I save buying manga through RightStuf, if I were to look this up through Indigo, it's $23.99. If I put that in the exchange rate calculator that I have up, so that's $19.77 American. And I can get it for $13.49 American. So that saves me quite a bit of money, because now I'm only spending $16.37 Canadian on this manga. It really does pay to buy your manga in bulk, and if you can, to buy it through RightStuf. So I'm gonna add that to the cart. So Life Lessons with Uramichi Onisan is by Gaku Kuze, I think. I'm sorry. This manga is published by Kodansha Comics. It's a comedy slice of life manga. It's rated 16+. This manga is about Uramichi Onisan. He is the host of a kids' television show. And from what I know, he dislikes his job very much. That's pretty much all I know. I know that it's supposed to be a dark comedy, and it's supposed to be really funny, so I look forward to reading this, and I look forward to owning the second volume. The first volume was like really thick, so I'm not sure if the second volume is going to be that thick as well. I assume it is, because it is a pretty steep price for manga, but yeah, that's exciting. Okay, great. I'm just thankful that it's in stock, because if it wasn't in stock, then I'd have to buy it at Indigo's price. That wouldn't have been great. Okay, so next up is going to be a manga that came out fairly recently, and that is Star-Crossed. As you can see, volumes 2, 3, and 4 are all pre-order. The only volume available is volume 1. I don't know anything. Actually, that's a lie. I do know a little bit about this. Star-Crossed by Junko is a body swap manga. I believe the two main characters swap bodies by kissing, and I think the female protagonist is just your average high school girl, and then the male protagonist is actually a like a really famous idol, like superstar. But yeah, that's all I know. It is published by Kodansha Comics. It is a comedy, romance. It's considered a supernatural because of the body swapping, and it's rated 16+. So I am eager to try this one out. I have seen other manga tubers say that it's really good, so we are going to add it to the cart. Okay, let's just keep going with this trend and look up some more manga that just recently dropped, or series that recently dropped. A School Frozen in Time. I saw Mark Reads Manga recently Instagram this. I don't know if it was recently, but I saw it on her Instagram. She said it was pretty good. So, A School Frozen in Time, art by Naoshi Arakawa, story by Mizuki Sujimura. This is a manga. I don't know anything about this, honestly. Now, this manga I have heard really good things about, so I'm going to try it out. This is published by Vertical. It is a drama mystery, and it's rated 16+. I do know that there are some triggering themes in this. like suicide and cutting. I think if that's something that you're not interested in reading, I don't think this would be for you, but I'm going to stick that in my cart. Okay, so this manga, Play It Cool Guys, is another one that just came out recently that has really good reviews, and I've seen a lot of people on Instagram talk about this, and it's out of stock. I wonder if it's in stock on Indigo. Okay, so it is not on stock through Indigo. That sucks. So I'm going to have to table that manga for another time. Okay, so this one that I'm looking up, The Ancient Magus Bride, this is one that I have been collecting for a long time, but I haven't read the last like 2 or 3 volumes. I purchased them, but I haven't read them. I'm a little worried about this series because it's starting to get a little boring for me, and this always happens when I read fantasy manga. I always start getting bored. Like Dawn of the Arcana, I think I have up to volume 9, and then I just started losing interest. I'm going to revisit that manga and see if it's something that I want to unhaul, or if it's something that I maybe can reignite, I want to say a passion for, but I don't know if I'm going to be passionate about reading it. At least reignite something to make me want to keep moving on with the series. I am so afraid to stop buying the Ancient Magus Bride because I don't want it to get to a point where I have to like buy 10 manga all at once. I just want to keep up with it. So even though I haven't read the last couple volumes, I am going to purchase the newest volume, which is volume 14. The Ancient Magus Bride is written by Koro Yamazaki. It's published by 7 Seas. It is a drama, fantasy, romance. It's rated 13+. I am going to add this to my cart, and I really should take some initiative and just reread this series. I did like the first like huge story arc. I thought it was really good, but once, what's her name? Shisu? Is that her name? I think so. Shisei? I'm not sure. But once that's when I was like, I don't know. But we'll see. I should reread it. Okay, this manga is one that I'm actually pretty excited to get, but I feel like it's pretty niche as far as manga goes. I saw it on one of Shay Geeks Out videos. She had recommended it. Secretly, I've been suffering about being sexless. I'm not entirely sure what the mangaka's name is because the cover art for this on RightStuf is in Japanese. Essentially, this is supposed to be a manga about a married couple who are in a happy marriage, but it's sexless. It's a slice of life manga. It's a drama. It's published by Yen Press, and it's rated 16+. I really enjoy manga like this. I enjoy realistic manga, stories that sound like they could be happening to real people that exist in the real world. It's kind of my jam. And I love manga that touches on dark subjects or triggering subjects. I don't know, it's just what I've always liked reading. But yes, I'm going to add this one to my cart. I believe it's just a one-off, so I love a one-off. Another one-off that I was interested in adding to my cart is A Girl on the Shore. Oh, it is even cheaper than just 30% off, I believe, because it's a weekly special. I love a deal. Okay, so this is by Inio, I think, Asano, and I don't know a whole lot about this. I think it's a love story. So it's a drama, romance, slice of life. It's rated 17+, and it's published by Vertical. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what this is about. It just really caught my eye because it's also supposed to be exploring darker themes, and it's a one-shot, and it's supposed to revolve around a romance. I like those things, so I'm going to add it to my cart. The problem that I've been having looking at this list is a lot of things on this list are volumes of manga that are supposed to continue on manga that I haven't even read yet. I thought I was going to be filming this in like June, you know? I thought I was gonna have time to read the manga that I'm hauling next week, but I haven't even opened the box. So I'm not sure if I want to continue any of those series because I haven't read them. I don't know if I just want to buy some of the manga anyways and just cross my fingers that it's a series that I like. You know one. Okay, sorry. I read a manga that was like way further down on the list. That was random. But this manga is one that everybody's talking about. Blood on the Tracks. Of course, the first volume is out of stock. So this is by Shuzo Oshimi, and this is supposed to be a psychological manga. This is one of those manga, the less you know, the better. Those surprises and those crazy things that happen are really gonna shock you if you don't know about the manga. Oh boy. Blood on the Tracks follows a mother and her son. And it's supposed to be a psychological horror. It says here on RightStuf that it's a drama, but it's published by Vertical, it's rated 16+. Everybody says it's amazing. I want to know why it's amazing. It's also supposed to be a pretty quick read as well. There's a lot of crazy visuals versus dialogue. So the first one is out of stock on RightStuf. So I'm gonna look this up on Indigo. Am I crazy? I put Indigo in the search bar. Blood on the Tracks. Yes, okay, so volume 1 is in stock. So I'm gonna buy volume 1 through Indigo, and then I'm going to buy the rest of the volumes through RightStuf. Apparently volume 5 is also out of stock, so I have to add that to my Indigo cart, and it's in stock. Yay! I feel like the stuff that's going on in the world right now is really affecting manga publishers and their printing of manga. I don't know if you guys have noticed it, but I feel like there is a lot more series out of stock than usual. I don't know, maybe I'm going crazy. I do know that the release dates for manga are being pushed back quite a bit. Every time I look at Sweat and Soap, Volume 6, it's been pushed back even further and further and further. Right now, it's set for June. Please come out in June. It was supposed to come out in March, so it's been pushed back quite a bit. Okay, I think now is a good time to sort of tally up how much I have in the cart so far. I have a subtotal of $220.06 American. So I have to put that over here, $220.06. So that's $267 Canadian. So that's pretty good. And then what is my cart looking at for Indigo? $49.94. So we still have some money to spend. Okay, so those not so sweet boys. Mommy Weeb from Meet the Weeb family talked about this. She had read the first volume and she said that it kind of reminded her of Waiting for Spring, if I'm remembering correctly. And I like Waiting for Spring, so I think I'll like this. I think the second one comes out fairly soon. So the second one comes out May 18th. So that's in like 10 days. If I like it, then I can buy the second volume in 10 days. So let's take a quick peek. It's by Yoko Nogiri. It's published by Kodansha. It is a romance, a reverse harem school life manga. It's rated 13+. I have no idea what it's about. I think I'm just gonna keep it that way. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep it that way. I don't know. It's like Waiting for Spring, and that's enough for me. I have so many manga on this list still. I'm getting really close to my limit, and that makes me sad. I have a couple here to choose from, but I'm not entirely sure what I want to do. I'm just gonna have like 20 volume 1s in my collection at this point. How do we relationship? How many manga are in this? So there's only 2. Oh, it doesn't matter because they're both out of stock. I have the first one in my haul, or I'm supposed to be hauling it, so it's still boxed. I haven't read it, but it doesn't matter. I can't buy the second one anyways. Wow, I am really unsure of what I want to look up next because all of the other manga are like huge series and I have a hard time just buying a couple of a series. If I buy manga, I want to buy all of that series. I have so much respect for manga collectors that can just buy like 1 volume here, 1 volume there. I don't know why, it just causes me so much anxiety just to buy like 1 or 2, or to buy them out of order. Whew, I could never. Okay, how many volumes are in LBK? Is it a lot? Oh, it's a lot. This is supposed to be smutty, I think. And I also think that this is supposed to be a step-sibling romance. What does volume 1 say? Okay, so it's not step-siblings. It's just that the prince of her school moves in next door. The 2 of them are living under a single roof somehow. This is published by Kodansha. It's a romance school life manga. It's rated 16+. It's $8.24 American, so that's $10 Canadian. I know I just said that I don't like buying only half of a series or part of a series, but I am wondering if I should just get like 5 volumes of this. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna check Goodreads and I'm gonna see what that manga is rated. If it has good ratings, then maybe it's something that I want to get. From the looks of things, it has a pretty good rating. Okay, let's just do it. Let's go for it. I'm gonna get volumes 1,
2, 3, 4, 5.
and I'm gonna cross my fingers that it's something that I like. Okay, what are we at? $269.50. So that's $327.05 Canadian, plus my chapter subtotal of about 50 bucks. So that's around $380. So we still have money to spend. Now the question is, do I want to get the rest of the series? I think 5 is a good number to start with. Okay, so what else is on the list? A manga that a lot of people talk about is Shortcake Cake, and I believe this volume here, volume 12, is the last volume in the series. It's pretty cheap, I mean $7.49. Now I have, that's $9, that's cheap. Now I have volumes 1 and 2 in they're boxed up right now, they're going to be hauled soon. I think I'm going to get 3, 4, and 5 and 6 are out of stock. So I'll just get those 2. Wow, look at me. I'm just buying like a couple manga of a series. Am I growing? Am I growing as a collector? Am I pacing myself? Let's look at volume 1 of Shortcake Cake. It's published by Shoujo Beat. I think it's published by Kodansha. I think. It's a romance, it's a reverse harem, and it's rated 13+. I don't know what it's about. I am just going to go by the ratings, which are good. So 4 volumes I feel is like a good number to kind of gauge if you're going to like a manga or not, or a series. So we'll see. I haven't heard anybody talk about this manga recently, but I have had people reach out to me and say that they think it's something I would like, and that's My Boy. I read the synopsis for this, and it gave me After the Rain vibes. It's about an older woman befriending a child, essentially, I think. It's by Hitomi Takano. It's published by Vertical. It's a drama. It's 14+. So yeah, it's about a 30-year-old and a 12-year-old boy. And they're lonely, and they can both offer each other something that they're searching for. This sounds like something that I would like, if I'm being honest. So I'm going to buy the first volume, and we'll see. We'll see what I think. I think I'm gonna like it, but we're just gonna start off slow. Yeah, we're just gonna wade in. Now, I keep mentioning this haul that I haven't done and these manga that I haven't read. And I'm gonna mention another one because it's on this list, even though I haven't read volume 1, and that's A Tropical Fish Yearns for Snow. I've heard really good things about this. I believe it's supposed to be a Yuri. Oh look, volume 3. There's a daily deal on volume 3, so that's a good sign. So maybe I will get volumes 2 and 3. Maybe this will be a good thing, because sometimes when you read the first volume, it's hard to tell if it's something that you'll like. Having a couple more volumes just to really help you feel it out, feel the series out a bit more, could be good. So A Tropical Fish Yearns for Snow is written by Makoto Hagano, and this is about 2 girls that are in an aquarium club, I think, and that's all I know. This manga is published by Viz. It's a romance, and it's a school life, slice of life Yuri, and it's rated 13+. Yes, I've heard quite a few people talk about this, so I'm excited for this one, if I'm being honest. And I don't have any Yuri in my collection. Well, I do, but I haven't read any. I know something I could get that isn't on this list. Perfect World. I have volumes 1 through 4 boxed up. They haven't been hauled yet, but I don't have volume 5, and it's out now. When was this released? It was released March 16th, so I'm pretty sure I don't have this. It's published by Kodansha. It is a drama romance slice of life. It's rated 16+. Now, I haven't read any of this, but I've heard good things about it. And I like that the story revolves around somebody who is disabled, but I haven't read the first 4. I'm not sure. You know what we could do? We could quickly go on Goodreads and check it out. Perfect World. What is the mangaka's name? Rai Aruka? It averages like 4.5 stars. That's not too bad. So I will add volume 5 to my cart. So right now I'm at $435.96. So there's a little bit more to play with, but not very much. What is actually in my cart? Because I've just been looking at the numbers. I haven't been looking at the manga. Maybe I should get more LDK, because it is cheap. Let's take a look. I can't even remember if there were volumes out of stock. So there are still volumes in stock. So maybe I have 1 through 5. Let's get 6, 7, and 8. Yeah, feels good. And now that I'm looking at my list, I married my best friend to shut my parents up. This is a one-shot. This is by Kodama Naoko. This is actually on my 2021 wish list, so I do think I should get this. It's published by 7 Seas. It is a romance slice of life Yuri manga. It's rated 16+. Yeah, I'm gonna get this one. Okay, what are we at now? 352.57. So it's 427.85. So I have about $30 more that I can spend. I guess I should make sure that, yeah, there is taxes. So it's actually $370.20. So I am like right on the money, $499.25. I bet you I'm a little bit over though, because I haven't checked the price of my Indigo cart with taxes. I I'm just gonna double check that everything is in stock, and then we're gonna check out. How exciting is this? So much manga. Okay, so I just entered in all of my credit card information. So let's just do a little overview before I press continue. And yeah, everything is in stock, so this should ship out tomorrow. That's so exciting. Okay, so I married my best friend to shut up my parents, or to shut my parents up. LDK, and I believe I got volumes 1 through 8 of LDK. Perfect World, Volume 5. A Tropical Fish Yearns for Snow, Volume 2 and 3. My Boy, Volume 1. Shortcake Cake, Volumes 3 and 4. Those Not So Sweet Boys, Volume 1. Blood on the Tracks, Volumes 1 through 5. A Girl on the Shore. Secretly I've Been Suffering About Being Sexless. The Ancient Magus Bride, Volume 14. A School Frozen in Time, Volume 1. Starcrossed, Volume 1. Life Lessons with Uramichi Onisan, Volume 2. And then A Bride's Story, Volumes 2 through 12. And that's everything. This is crazy. I'm about to spend $500 on manga. I'm so excited to haul these, add these all to my collection, but most importantly, I'm excited to read them. Okay, let's do this. I did it. I pressed continue. It's processing. $5,000. That is so much money. But I earned this. It took a lot of effort and time to sell the stuff that I have sold, the baby stuff. Thank you for shopping with us. I'm going to like block out all of the personal information, but yay! Okay, I mean, we gotta do the Indigo order as well, right? Place order. Yay! Okay, I feel really accomplished. I feel like I've gotten a lot done today. What's really gonna suck is if I read a bunch of those volume 1s that I haven't hauled yet, and I'm like, oh gosh, why didn't I order the rest of this series? But I'm sure I'll do another one of these when I earn another $500 from selling stuff. There'll probably be another one of these before the year is out. Especially if RightStuf does like another huge sale. I mean, I can't not buy manga at those prices. Anyways, guys, if you enjoyed this video and you want to watch more videos from me, you can check out my end card where I will have links to my most recent videos. I hope you all have a manga-nificent day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye! Guys, it's like 11:44 in the evening. I need to go to bed.